Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Tuesday, August 4th, 2020 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is love is the secret to my expansion. And today we actually have our last day of Mercury in Cancer. We're actually going to have Mercury shifting into Leo 8:30 p.m. in the evening Tuesday. We're going to talk more about that 29-degree Mercury today, and then in tomorrow's scope, I will do Mercury into Leo. But there's definitely some pulls going on with Mercury at this final degree. We'll actually have three planetary energies hanging out at 29 degrees today. So 29 degrees, it's that final degree. It can add a level of I don't want to say test, but challenge. Like, have you learned the lessons of this planet's transit through this sign? So we'll have Mercury hanging out at 29 degrees Cancer, which can definitely amplify the emotional energy. We'll actually have that squared by Lilith, 29 degrees Aries, which could definitely bring some emotional intensity up to the surface. Lilith can be a little bit intense, and Aries energy is intense. And then we'll also have the moon moving through 29 degrees Aquarius, which may be kind of a balancing force, but still really important that we process these energies that are coming up. In addition to this, we have a square going on between Jupiter and Mars. So squares, resistance, and a lot of times I feel like when a Mars energy is squaring another energy, which we'll have two Mars squares today, or not two Mars squares, two Aries squares today, it can feel like impatience. Like, can we get there yet? Can we get there yet? And finding peace with whatever the challenge or the blockade is from getting us there yet. So let's dig into this astro. I really do think we should start with that Mercury 29 degrees. We had a long bout of Mercury hanging out in Cancer. I believe it's been in Cancer since June. That's a really long time for Mercury, because Mercury usually takes under a month, like probably about 3 weeks-ish to move through a sign. So we've spent a lot of time with Mercury, our mental energy, hanging out in Cancer, this emotional place. So with Mercury in its final day, final few hours in the sign of Cancer, be ready to emotionally expunge anything that is coming up. Now, that Lilith square, these may be some very old repressed energies. Lilith is that energy where we are called to honor the soul, and I will tell you, it is not comfortable, and there's usually a lot of pushback from outside when you are on the Lilith path. And yet all of us have that Lilith energy in us somewhere, and it's really important to embrace that energy. Like I said, though, you may feel some emotional intensity rising up for the times where you have suppressed or repressed that soul energy that is called to its own personal expression. So do be aware of that with that. And again, Cancer energy, it doesn't like the discomfort much, but sometimes the only way out is through. So just be aware the discomfort, it is temporary. And a lot of times the discomfort is more about the repression that has been than about actually letting this energy out. I find that when you let the energy out, you get more and more comfortable with the willingness to express. I want to say that I do have the King of Cups, the healing card. So your emotional feeling is healing. Just keep that in mind through that. Also keep that in mind with the moon moving through that 29 degrees Aquarius energy before it moves into Pisces, more watery energy. That Aquarius energy is, again, not always comfortable with the emotional expungence. And so sometimes it wants to try to over logic, you don't have to feel this way because of this. You feel what you feel. You can then, talk yourself through it on a healing level, but don't talk yourself out of it. The feeling is there. And I think we get so used to being talked out of it by the world. Like, you shouldn't feel this way because of this, that, and the other. Well, you feel like what you feel like. So just keep that in mind as that moon moves through that connection. Speaking of the feels, Mars square Jupiter. And this feels so impatient. Are we there yet? Mars, 19 degrees. Jupiter, 19 degrees Capricorn. It is retrograde. What I keep saying with Jupiter is, even though it's retrograde, Jupiter, it's this good news. It's like, I promise there's good things coming. There's light at the end of this tunnel. And Mars is like, can we be at the end of the tunnel? Every step through this tunnel is a very important learning experience and is making a lot of changes. And so we have to remind that passionate, young energy that wants to be there already, that each step is important. I think that this is a call for you to be actionable in ways that help support the foundations, the new foundations that you want to build, the new structures that you want to build in your life and in the world. So if you find yourself in that impatience, how can you support the process? Let's see, Venus. Oof. Venus is also in conjunct Saturn. Venus is actually finishing up in Gemini. Venus has also been in the sign of Gemini for a while, and we're finishing that up this week. And Venus is also nearing that North Node energy. North Node reminding us, go this way. True North is this way. So as Venus moves towards the North Node energy, in conjunct the Saturn energy, also opposite, building opposition to the South Node energy. Ooh, that's an interesting little pairing of energies for Venus. It feels very challenging for Venus, and yet that Venus energy, North Node, Yin, we want to honor that. The Saturn, that in conjunct, it may be the conditions where we still condition that Yin. Maybe why Lilith is feeling this way, like, oh, we've come so far, and yet there's still all these hurdles that we have to overcome with this. Self-care, nurturing, compassion, allowing your feelings. I said self-care already. Self-love, supportive relationships, all of these things, and the willingness to change as well. All of these things will support this Yin. The willingness to be moving towards the unknown. I think that's a very scary thing. Like, how the world is going to be different. I literally just got a text from a friend talking about, like, her kid's school year coming up, so big changes are happening. It's okay. It's okay to be in the unknown. It's also to be okay to be scared of the unknown, but keep utilizing that intuition to draw you into your purpose as we move forward in and through this. But that Yin piece, it may be feeling kind of uncomfortable in all of this energy. Let's see. Good day for reaching out and making like-minded connections. As the moon connects to Venus, that at least is nice. Like, I'm feeling squished by the world, but hold my hand, we're in this together kind of feeling. And then we have the moon shifting into Pisces. Let's see. 7:27 p.m. So moon into Pisces. This is one thing that I want to mention. Between Sun in Leo and Moon in Pisces, I always say the two most dramatic signs are Leo and Pisces, as I have seen and experienced. So when we have Sun in Pisces, or Sun in Leo, Moon in Pisces, or vice versa, it may get a little dramatic. So be aware of your inner child drama king or queen. Realize the expression needs to be expressed. This may also have to do with that Mercury Lilith square. These energies need to be expressed. I would say be aware of not taking them out on people, but you may feel the dramatic crescendo in yourself as these energies work together over the next few days. Like I said, I will get into Mercury in Leo, but just keep thinking. Keep thinking and feeling with the heart. All right, so we have that card, the healing card, King of Cups, and then we have the understanding card. So there's emotional healing. Again, we may not be completely understanding of where these energies are coming through, exactly what it's all about, but it's there. Don't block it. The sorrow card is there. There is emotion. I know we just had this full moon. It's like, can it just be over? But no, it is. We don't get it done. It's ever ongoing cycles. So allowing that energy to come through. I have the silence card. Bright future. Good things on the horizon for sure. I would also say in this card, take a little time to connect in and meditate. I have the Zorba the Buddha card. Also take some time to like revel in your presence through all this. I know these energies are hard. It's not making being on this earth very fun. Every day I see more and more posts about like, I do not want to come back again, and I did not sign up for this, or at least not consciously. Like, please don't make me. We're here for a reason, and there is still joy. There is still pleasure to be had and utilized. I don't know if utilized is the right word, but you know what I mean. Find that balance in this. That will help keep moving along the process and help keep expanding our hearts through these challenges. All right, so that is it for today. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and stay curious. Namaste.